You know, I've done a few air conditioners now on this channel, repairs, and I got to go do my first auto AC. Yeah, it's a guy with a Chevy Silverado, same kind of truck as mine, and he's having problems with his AC. It runs, and then it sounds like when the engine's been running for a while, it stops blowing cold air. So I'm going to go take a look, kind of see what we need to do. And if you look behind me, it looks like it's cloudy. It's not cloudy. That's smoke from the fires. It's fire season. Okay, so this is the same engine I have in my truck. It's the Vortec 5.3 V8. And but this is a 2005 Silverado. So well, trust me when I tell you that the compressor is at the bottom of the engine. So I'm going to do this, I'm going to attempt to do this all through the side and underneath. I've never done it, but I've watched a few videos, and I watched a guy do it all from here and under. So I'm not even going to go from the top yet. I'm going to attempt this from here. Now, the guy who owns the truck, he took it to a place, and they took the Freon, or the refrigerant, out of this system for nothing. And I'm assuming that's because they keep it, and when someone comes in and says, I need a charge, they use his refrigerant to charge. I don't know that to be a fact. I'm just assuming that's why they do it for free. Anyway, so we're going to get started. I'm going to try to document this step by step. Normally my videos aren't instructional. They're just about helping people. I'm going to try to make this an instructional video for somebody who, you can find this on YouTube like I did, but I figured I'm recording it. I'll make this a detailed instructional video. Okay, one thing that I learned watching videos is never trust the factory when they tell you the new ones come with oil. So I drained it. Here's what I did. I don't have the right equipment. I used this Quicksilver bottle that's got ounces on the side here. I emptied the oil into here. I poured it into here. I squirted this into here, and this has 4 ounces, which I believe is, what it should have, and that's plenty. So now I'm putting it back. But I was told that a guy on YouTube who does this, I guess, for a living, said don't ever trust, factory stuff, especially what do you call it, aftermarkets. They'll tell you there's oil and there isn't. Don't trust it. So that's what I just did. I made sure that this thing has plenty of oil. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is take this tire off, and then this plastic shield. I'm going to take these 2 off so I have access in here. Okay, so I got the wheel off. I got this out of the way. The compressor's right there. So we got a straight shot. Here's the Freon lines going into the compressor, and I got to get that belt off, and I'm going to do that from underneath the truck. This is not going to be a very good view. Okay, so I got to take the belt off. You see that right there? That takes a 3/8 ratchet. That hole right there. This is the belt tensioner. So you put your 3/8 inch ratchet on there, and you pull down, which will release the tension on the belt. And then I'm gonna pull it off at the compressor and just leave it hanging on the crankshaft. Okay, there's a plug right here. This plug is for the coil inside the compressor. When it energizes, it pulls this clutch plate in, which runs the compressor. You got to undo the plug, which is, you can't see it. It's down here. Some of them have another switch back here to protect the compressor if the pressure gets too high. This one doesn't have it, or at least I don't see it. It's possible, maybe it's somewhere hidden that I haven't gotten to yet, but as of right now, I do not see a I see the hole where I think it's supposed to go, but it doesn't have one. So, okay, now I'm going to take the lines off. It's 2 bolts right here. I got the refrigerant lines off, and it's 4 bolts. It's one here, one here. You can't see the other 2. They're down here, and they're going to be the tough ones to get out. I'm not going to be able to video taking those 2 out below. So bottom line is 4 bolts I got to get out. Okay, so changed out. There's a O-ring here. There's an O-ring here. Change those out. I'm going to pull this plastic cover off. Okay, and put this in here. And I'm gonna tighten that one down, and then I'm gonna put this in there and tighten that one down. Okay, I got the compressor bolted in. I got the plugs hooked up. I got the refrigerant lines attached, new O-rings. Now I just gotta put this this belt on. Okay, so I got this little vacuum pump. I've got the low side is the blue, the high side is the red. I've got the Schrader valves opened. This is vacuuming through the yellow line. These are open. You can see here, negative 30, so it's pulling a vacuum. This is below 0, it's pulling a vacuum. I'm going to vacuum out the system for 30 minutes. It's going to take out any air that was in there and any moisture. And once we're done doing this, we'll be ready to charge the system with the refrigerant. So I've been vacuuming for about a half an hour. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this valve. Actually, I'm going to close them both. Okay. Which I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to take this off, and now we're going to charge it. We're done with the vacuum pump. Okay, so you screw this thing onto here. Okay. Then you screw this onto the yellow hose. Okay. And then you tighten this, you screw this down, which pierces the can. Okay, so you tighten this down, which pierces the can, and then to get the air, you want to get the air out that was in the yellow hose. My gauge has this Schrader valve. You stand off to the side and you push it, and when Freon comes out like that, there's no air in the system. Now we're going to open the low side, and we're going to charge it through the low side. You don't charge through the high side. You charge through the low side. Okay, I'm charging the system with 134A. You screw it on like that. You put the hose on. You open the valve. You start the truck, you put on the AC, it sucks in the refrigerant, and then until there's enough for the compressor to come on, and then in theory it's going to suck in the rest of this. It's taking a lot longer than I thought it's supposed to take, but anyway, that's what we're doing. So it's blowing low 50s, and it's dropping 51. So you can see it's blowing cold. Before I go, if you look at this, every video I saw on YouTube said you screw this in to puncture the can, you unscrew it to let the gas, the Freon out. And I don't know why, but that's not how this valve is. I either got one that's backwards, I don't know. The bottom line is, when you want this stuff, the Freon, to go into your unit, you have to screw this down. not unscrew it.
Opposite of what you think it would.
So I spent a lot of time standing here trying to figure out why the compressor wasn't pulling this in, and I had this all the way open or all the way undone. It's because the valve's closed. You can hear it because there's still Freon in here. Listen. See? So anyway, I just wanted to point that out to anybody who buys these valves, because these are common. And it's possible that there's two different types, and one is one way and one is another. And so just keep that in mind. Okay, I want to point something out before I go. If you look at this, every video I saw on YouTube said you screw this in to puncture the can, you unscrew it to let the gas, the Freon out. And I don't know why, but that's not how this valve is. I either got one that's backwards, I don't know. The bottom line is, when you want this stuff, the Freon, to go into your unit, you have to screw this down, not unscrew it.
Opposite of what you think it would.
So I spent a lot of time standing here trying to figure out why the compressor wasn't pulling this in, and I had this all the way open or all the way undone. It's because the valve's closed. You can hear it because there's still Freon in here. Listen. See? So anyway, I just wanted to point that out to anybody who buys these valves, because these are common. And it's possible that there's two different types, and one is one way and one is another. And so just keep that in mind. Okay. All right. Thanks a lot. We'll see you at the next one.